Hi, today we're going to be using our online resource. Make sure you're on chapter 7, lesson 7-5, and you're going to go and watch the tutors, okay, the video tutors. There are 5 of them. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? You're not going to watch the Spanish ones, of course. So there are only 5 videos to watch. You can skip them a little bit if you kind of know what they're doing, and then just kind of skip to the parts that kind of go into the next section. So you don't have to watch the entire thing from beginning to end. Another thing I want to show you today is how to use Desmos. It's an online graphing calculator. So I'm just going to go there. Graphing calculator. It's called Desmos. Okay, so for today's assignment, you're going to do your graphing online. You will not do them by hand. So say, for instance, there are 2 sections in today's work where you have to graph. Questions 1 through 6 and then 10 through 19. So I want you to make 2 sets of graphs. One set that includes these and one set that includes these 9. Okay? You can graph that many on this one screen. So for instance, for this one, y equals 2 raised to the x power. So you're just going to come here and you're going to enter that y equals, and then, 2. And then to do raised to, and this is going to show, you just ignore that, okay? And then you're going to show your keyboard. Over here, there's an a raised to the b power. You click on that, and that's going to move your cursor to the exponential position. And that's where you enter x, okay? I'm going to close this keyboard and show you. Here is your graph. It's this red line, and it crosses the y-axis at 2, okay? Because it's 2 raised to the x power. So that's going to be your y-intercept as well. And this line, okay, is going to have an asymptote. You're going to read your book. Go and read your book and find out what is an asymptote, okay? They will talk about asymptotes here, right here, okay? I want you to read about what an asymptote is. Yeah, please read through your book, okay? Even if you don't understand everything, read through it and just make sure you understand like all of the vocabulary words. This is a really good graph for you to familiarize with, to understand like what they are. This is growth and this is decay. And this question is on real world problems. And then this is the 4th one. Okay, so you're going to cover like all 4 kinds of questions. Okay, for these 3, they're either going to be growth or decay graphs. This one is a growth graph. Okay, and then you just click below it and they will give you another space for you to graph the next one. So the next one is y equals -5 raised to the x power. So I'm going to do that. So -5 and then raised to the x power. And again, as soon as you enter that graph is going to show. So the second one is blue, and you can see that it corresponds to the color, okay? That's in front of the equation. So you can graph all 6 equations, okay, on one screen, and then take a screenshot and send that to me. So you should send me 2 different screenshots, one for the 6 questions here, and then one for these 9 questions here. Okay, actually I think there are 10 questions. Okay, so actually 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's 10 questions. You know what? Let's split this up into 2 different screenshots. Okay, so do 5 questions, 10 through 14. So that's 5 questions on one graph, and then do the next 5 on another graph. Okay, on another screen. So you should send me 3 of these. I'm sorry, so 3, not 2. Okay, all right. When you get to problems where there are 2 terms, okay, in order to do that, you go y equals, so 6, and then you raise that to the x power, and then, you raise that to the x power, and then the cursor is here, is on top in the superscript position. So you want to come here and click that and to bring that cursor down so you can put your plus sign next to it and not like be an exponential plus sign, okay? And then when you do that, you will see that here's your graph, okay? It's that green one right here. And the y-intercept is going to be at 0, 4, okay? Now, when you take the screenshot, make sure that I can see all of the lines clearly, okay, on that one screen. Okay, you may need to zoom out or zoom in to do that. All right, that's pretty much it. For the other questions, okay, the really important thing is for you to understand the questions. Okay, so if you read it and you're not sure, go and read the answers in the back of the book. Okay, and then the only questions that you don't have answers to are not like number 8, number 20. Okay, and then you have answers to these, and I think that will help you in terms of understanding these. Okay, but if you have any questions, you know, I can tell you right now, these are the answers for 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, all right, so that should help you. The point of this lesson is just for you to understand how exponential functions look like, okay, on graph, okay, and what the data will look like, okay, and we're going to talk more about that. I want you to take a look at this also in your book, okay. This is an exponential graph, this is not, and this is not, okay, and they also want you to look at these 3 equations and tell which one is exponential, and this one clearly is, this one is not, and this one is not either, okay. All right, that's pretty much it for this lesson. Have fun, it shouldn't take you too long, but do watch the videos, okay.